Sex is not love. Dating is not love. Talking to someone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is not love. Laying up all night with someone? That is not love either. Let's stop lowering the bar for these superficial distractions. We live in a world where modern dating has become so lazy that a fast text response and a late-night phone call are being treated like a lifetime commitment. That isn't a deep connection. That is just someone using your energy to cure their own boredom. It's easy to show up when the sun is shining, the vibe is good, and everything is convenient. But real love is an entirely different level of heavy lifting. Love is somebody seeing your absolute worst and still loving you the exact same. It's someone witnessing you when you're messy, when you're anxious, or when you are completely out of energy, and their devotion doesn't drop a single percentage. It's somebody stepping into the gap and making stuff happen for you when you literally can't do it for yourself. When the world knocks the wind out of you, they don't stand there asking questions or judging your struggle. They just quietly handle it. That is the opening act of what real devotion looks like. When life gets heavy and you are pouring your eyes out, an average partner becomes an emotional flight risk. They look at your tears like an inconvenience, or they tell you to calm down because your pain is disrupting their comfort. They only want the version of you that is smiling, easy to manage, and low maintenance. But real love holds you tighter when you are falling apart. It's someone sitting right there in the trenches of your sadness, wrapping their arms around you and absorbing the shock waves of your breakdown without demanding that you fix yourself on their timeline. Think about the psychological safety of having that in your life. It's somebody becoming the loud voice of truth when your own mind is lying to you. We all have those dark days where our inner critic takes over. Days where you look in the mirror and all you can see is your flaws, your mistakes, and your insecurities. A superficial partner will just ignore it or tell you you're being dramatic. But a person who actually loves you, they will stand right in front of that mirror and start loudly naming every beautiful, unshakable thing about your character that you've temporarily forgotten. They don't just tolerate your low points. They guard your dignity when you don't even have the strength to guard it yourself. That is the difference between someone who is just occupying space in your life and someone who is actively protecting your peace of mind. Let's look at the hidden side of a real relationship. The parts that happen when absolutely nobody is watching. Love is somebody who can hear you when you're completely quiet. Most people only notice you when you're making noise, cracking jokes, or keeping them entertained. But true love is dialed into your exact frequency. They know the difference between your genuine peace and your "I'm just trying to get through the day" silence. They don't need you to scream for help or write a whole paragraph explaining your stress. They can feel the shift in your energy the moment you step into the room. And let's call out the absolute joke that modern loyalty has become. Real love means being faithful behind your back. It is the easiest thing in the world to act right when you are standing right in front of them. Anyone can play the part of a loyal partner when your eyes are directly on them. But what happens when you aren't in the room? What happens when you're asleep, or when they are out with their friends, or when a little temptation shows up? A person who actually loves you doesn't look for loopholes. They don't entertain harmless flirting under the radar. They don't keep casual backups just in case. And they don't leave doors open for old flames. They guard your reputation and your heart in spaces you haven't even entered yet. They are out there holding you up and praying for your peace of mind when you are miles away. That is a level of psychological safety that a 24-hour text thread could never give you. Let's talk about the ultimate test of respect, because this is where most people completely fail. Love is somebody who cuts off anybody that makes you feel uncomfortable. No hesitation, no long, exhausting debates. We live in an era where people will literally watch their partner feel anxious, insecure, and disrespected by an outside friend or an ex, and they'll actually defend the outsider just to protect their own social ego. They'll tell you you're being jealous or controlling because they care more about being liked by the crowd than being loyal to you. But a person who genuinely loves you doesn't need a lecture on boundaries. The second they see that someone's energy is disrupting your peace of mind, that person is deleted from the equation. Period. They protect your feelings over their own popularity. And on top of that protection, they bring the joy back. It's somebody who can make you laugh and smile when you are completely down in the dirt. They don't run away from your heavy moods. They break through them with warmth. But here is the real kicker. They choose you every single day, not just on the anniversaries, not just when the relationship is brand new, shiny, and effortless. They choose you on the boring Tuesdays. They choose you when you're frustrated, when life gets messy, and when the romance takes real conscious effort. It's a daily decision to stay solid. That is true love, if you ever get it. Don't play with that. Stop settling for a 24/7 texting routine and a few late-night promises from people who run away the exact second your life gets complicated. Basic attention is cheap, but true devotion is priceless. If you ever find someone who actually holds down your soul like this, don't take it for granted and don't let it slip through your fingers, because a love like that is an absolute luxury, and you better never treat it like a game.